For everybody getting here, we want to hold a little night one press conference here and kind of recap the day. I know it's late. I know a lot of people have been here for a long time waiting for us to finally get in the room and get our thoughts together here. So, anything you want to say off the top of your head real quick?
Yeah, I know we got a lot of people here generating a lot of interest. 6th year in a row, first time going on the road, outside of the normal rural Highlands confinement. So we asked everybody here to write down all their questions rather than just randomly asking. We think, it's going to be easier. We're all friends here. We all know the drill, and just to respect everyone's time, we had everyone email us their questions, and then we're just going to read them and answer them.
We should say something about our sponsors first, though. I sent you the first sponsorship thing. You want to check that out real quick?
Yeah, I mean, it's important we
gotta check some boxes here real quick, guys.
All right, it's Willard Pontiac's blowout sale going on right now. You'll be the Al Unser Jr. of the cul-de-sac in the brand new Grand Prix 3.1 liter V6, 160 horsepower. Caw! Bird of prey. No, it's cool. It's cool. Firebird V8, 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. One thing we can agree on Trans Am is that we both like half my face. V8, 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. The first 60 Firebirds sold this weekend will come with White Snake at the still of the night, pre-programmed on every tape deck. And no, I cannot ever be changed.
It's a good feature. You don't think you're going to use that all the time, but you end up using it a lot.
Yeah. And it's tea time in the retold Tweedline Bonneville, named after Downton Abbey actor Hugh Bonneville. So refined, you'll be speaking the Queen's English at every pizza joint from Manchester to Monday's Corner, Governor. The classic Grand Am, 34 miles to the gallon, highway travel. Hey, it's an okay option. And the all-new Pontiac Aztec, camping ready, built-in air compressor. You'll be at Yellow Creek for weeks with your in-laws, sneaking away to Balsano to drown your mental illness in gigantic banana splits while you contemplate where your life went wrong, only to realize it was always wrong. Your father-in-law doesn't hate you, but he clearly is very disappointed in his daughter's decisions. You are a terrible and absolutely everything, and none of this will ever get any better, no matter how much you try. No matter how much Wellbutrin you wish you wash down your throat. Every night with a bottle of Night Train, while your kids are beating you to death with requests to take them on the paddle boats at Dunham's Dam. It's Dunham's.
It's Dunham's Dam.
It's Dunham's now.
Okay.
They've changed the name.
They changed the name.
You've been living on the West Coast for too long.
Okay.
West Coast liberal elite. Hopefully the train will be running and you can chain yourself to the tracks like an old black and white silent movie. Someone please take the pain away. Please take the pain away. The Aztec is only available in pale green, the same exact color as your middle school lunch trays, where a cafeteria worker made it her life's mission to tell you every day how fat you were getting, you little pig boy. The Aztec comes equipped with 91 cup holders. That's 5 great vehicles for the Laurel Highlands Pizza War Drive for 5. Purchase any of these 5 Pontiacs this weekend, and you're entered into the Drive for 5's full year of free pizza in the still of the night, in the cool moonlight. I feel my heart is aching. I'm in the still of the night, still of the night, still of the night. Willard Pontiac Cadillac, right next to Pappy's Family Pub on Eisenhower Boulevard. Now you're driving excitement.
Thank you, Willard Pontiac, for putting that together for us. We appreciate everything you guys have done for the Pizza Wars over the years.
Absolutely. I mean, it may have driven you out of business to sponsor us, but couldn't have done it without you. All right, let's get to our first question.
Okay, sure.
Joshua G. of the Moxham Men's Club newsletter. What are the ingredients of a classic pizza?
Well, I think what we've tried to do, for the most part, Half cheese, half pepperoni is what we tried to do with every stop that we went to, right?
So this next question literally says, interrupt Joshua G's question. This one is from Paul S. from the Raggers Hill Railroader. Your mother and I really hoped you would be going on to become a professional athlete. What happened and why are you like this?
I think I know who sent that question in. I don't really have an answer for that. I mean, I think I just got really into, like music and creative stuff and hanging out and eating a lot of candy, I think. And that's kind of what happened. I think a lot of people would tell you that that's probably exactly what the answer is.
Too much candy?
A lot of candy. There's a lot of pizza, a lot of candy, and then I just traded in the candy for a lot of liquor later on in life.
Hey, same, brother. So let's recap. So
thank you for the questions, of course.
We'll get to more later. We just got to talk a little bit about the adventure. We'll Q&A as we go through it. So to recap, how many pizza shops did you hit today?
I hit let's see. I hit Pit Stop. I hit Primo's. I picked up Lilja's for us. Where else did I go today? I don't know, maybe 3 or 4. I hit about 3 or 4 before I came down to get you, and then we hit about 5 or 6, I think, after that, somewhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood.
So probably close to 10, I think, today, 9 or 10, somewhere in that neighborhood.
No, I know a few of these were repeats. You wanted to go check in on the quality.
Well, those two were yesterday. So we had 2 that they were in the Pizza Wars years ago.
Well, you hit the Pit Stop. You've been there before.
The Pit Stop, yeah. Pit Stop. I've been there multiple times. That place is great. Like I said, it's a gas station. Gas stop, but it's not gas station pizza. You're getting gas at a pizza station instead of it being pizza at a gas station. So I think that's important to have everybody note that in their notes when you're talking and you're writing your articles tomorrow in the papers. It's really important to clarify that.
Yeah, you get gasoline. You can get gas at every pizza station, but gasoline at this pizza station.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I got terrible gas right now. All right.
We should probably talk about why Dolan's not here. So
yeah, let's talk.
Obviously it's usually a 3-man crew that we're running with the Pizza Wars now, but some family stuff came up last minute, and he very wisely made the decision not to leave his in-laws at his house for many days to go on a pizza run. So good on him for doing that. Try to get him more involved tomorrow if we can. He's kind of on call tomorrow. We'll do what we can. It's one of those things where you don't want to rock the boat too hard. Anybody who's married knows that, man. You don't want to rock the boat too hard with stuff like this and just sneak out the window and run away for 10 hours with your buddies for a pizza trip. So
absolutely, as they say, the standard is the standard.
The standard is the standard.
Standard is the standard. You gotta trust the process.
You gotta trust the process.
Yeah. Some of the ones that we had, let's say, the ones we had together, we started off with Milano's, and then we hit up Frank's, and then we went to Hogshead.
Yeah.
And then we went from Hogshead directly to Knucklehead.
Yeah.
And then we just finished up with Pizza Express.
Yes.
Of those five, let's see if we can pick our top 3.
Okay. Just out of those 5, or we can include the other ones from...
No, just top 3 for this.
For today?
Yeah, for today. For the ones we did together.
Okay.
We'll discuss overall tomorrow.
Sure, okay. Well, I think number 1 for me is Hogshead. Is number 1 for me. I think Milano's is not too far behind that. For me, I've never had a pizza like that before in my life. A little more meat saucy. Is that kind of what it is?
That's what it was. Yeah.
I've never had a pizza that tastes like that before. And they put the Parmesans on top of the pepperoni. The presentation's really cool to look at.
Yeah,
that pizza was great, man.
Yeah, I think both Milano and Hogshead make a phenomenal pie. I really do. And with the Milano, I've had both their traditional, which we tried today, and I've had their Sicilian, and they're both great.
Yeah.
I think what sets Milano apart from a lot of places in the area is not just their quality, but it's how their crust is baked versus how airy it is. So very crispy on the outside, very airy on the inside.
Sure.
But I think I have to agree with you. I think the sauce at the Hogshead really elevated it to the next level. I've never had a sauce like that, and I've eaten that pizza before, and probably 6 months ago, and I think they must have tweaked the recipe a little bit because I don't remember it. I remember it being good, good enough that I wanted to review it, but I didn't remember it being that stand out. Like it really towered above anything I've ever had before.
Sure.
So, you ready to take another question? Or
she's got her hand up. Courtney, what was your name? Courtney, where? Say it again. Boswell. Okay. What was your? Okay, you guys speak up. What we can barely hear. Okay. What? Okay, it's for you. So what? She's asking what do you think is the best makeup of a pizza?
the best makeup?
Best makeup of a pizza. Like what are the? Are you just asking what are the best kind of ingredients to put in? Like obviously we're talking about kind of a little bit of a meat sauce. So like is that okay?
So I guess I would talk about pizza the same way I would talk about whiskey or really anything else. You're paying for it. Eat it how you want it. Let me come right off the top with that. It's your money. It's your buck. Eat the pizza however you want it. However, when it comes to me personally, I'm a pizza purist. I need red sauce. I need a good crispy but airy crust to support everything. When I pick that pizza up and give it a slight fold, I need it to be able to hold its form. As soon as it flaps, as soon as the tip flaps, it's losing points. I need a good sauce to cheese ratio. If you're gonna have a lot of cheese, I need a lot of sauce. If you're only gonna have a little bit of cheese, I just want a little bit of sauce. I want everything in harmony. And the pepperoni, I want the pepperoni to have flavor. I don't care if that's more of a meat forward flavor or more of a spice forward flavor. I don't want it to be all grease. And I think that's what makes up a classic pizza.
Yeah, I mean, just to throw in my 2 cents, I don't have that much of a problem with the flop. I really don't. For me, it's more about the flavor and about the combination of the flavors with everything together. Does that make sense? Okay.
All right, next we got a mail-in question here. Jerica G from the Summerhill News. There have been many allegations that you've been paid off by the Morris's Pizza family. What's your response to that, if you have one?
I mean, I don't know how many times we got to talk about this, but it's the best crust I've ever had in my life, and I don't know why it keeps coming up. It's because somebody's good at what they do. Doesn't mean that they're cheating, right? It's a little bit almost insulting to think how many miles and how much time and how much money we put into these things every year, just to have people think that we're just going to hand it to Morris's. They've only won 2 times out of 5. I mean, yeah, they get the top 5 every year, but they should. It should be in the top 5. It's very good. I think look, man, and I'm not trying to start a fight with anybody, but I think a lot of times it's just the fact that they just go to the same places over and over again, right? And they don't know that there's good places out there. I mean, Lou Who's in Patton is a perfect example of that. It's not that far away from home for a lot of people. I mean, even Peasers that's down in, like she said, like in Boswell. There's really good pizza that's only 20 minutes from your house, man. And I think, just because Morris's is really good, I mean, there's good pizza everywhere, man. And you got to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, and you got to be willing to go take a shot. If you go, look, the amount of pizzas I've had in my life that I thought were terrible are probably 5 and under. Are they all great? No, of course not. Most of them are kind of in that, like the greater 85% probably of just okay pizza, right? But then there's 2% of them are fantastic, and there's 5% of them that are just crap or whatever you want to say. But get in your car, man, and just drive somewhere. I mean, you got Primo's in downtown Johnstown's another perfect example. It's 10 minutes away from your house. Go down there and check it out, man. You're gonna like their pizza. They got really good food. Everything they have, their sandwiches are good too, man. Get down there, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, make a night of it, make an adventure out of it, and go enjoy your life.
Yeah. I think what my colleague here is trying to say is not every ball player could be Andy Van Slyke.
That's right.
But you're still going to enjoy the ball game, right? Another thing you could say is Primo's Pizza Warehouse. You're going to like the way it tastes. I guarantee it. All right, let's bang out a couple more of these questions real quick.
You're the one that has your hand on the.
I know. And if there's anything you want to interject, please.
That's good. It's all good.
All right, here we have Ron Paul S. Truckers and Trucking Magazine. Were any of the pizza shops former banks? Follow-up, perhaps with the kitchen in the vault.
I'm a big surface guy. You know that.
Sure.
I walk into a room, I want to know what the surface is made out of. I'm always testing the surface. I'm pushing on it with my feet, trying to figure out what it is.
Counters and floors.
Counters and floors, for the most part. Yeah, I'm a surface guy, man, and I want I want to know. I want to be able to
Feel the surface.
feel the surface. And you know, I am convinced that Knuckleheads and Midway is a bank.
It's not. The bank is on Prospect Street. They've been telling you that for 15 years, and you refuse to believe them.
They can keep saying it, man, but I think that toilet was in the vault.
Well, you know, and the general store is the bar across the street.
Okay,
Next to the giant
they can.
cannons.
The people that live in Midway can tell us whatever they want to tell us, but I have a feeling that place is a bank.
Now, because of the giant cannons right across the street in the War Memorial, is that where the Battle of Midway was?
You know, that's what my grandfather told me.
Okay.
You know, before he passed away in the 80s, is that the Battle of Midway took place in Midway, Pennsylvania.
Oh, excellent.
At the bank. They were shooting at the bank. And
Sure.
they chased them all out, and then they left the cannons right there.
Yeah, I mean, it's only about 30 minutes from Iwo Jima, Ohio, so
That's true.
that
This is very true.
makes sense. All right, next up, we got a question from Corey L. from Finders Keepers Gazette. How would you say that pizza you ate today stands up against some of the pizzas you ate at Dino's or What in the Sam Hill in Wilkes-Barre during your northeastern pizza trip?
That's a little bit of an untapped territory in NEPA. There's going to be a pizza war, and the NEPA boys are going to come, and they're not going to be coming to play. There's a lot of really good pizza up there, and once we finally get everything coordinated to get up there and do a pizza war, it's going to be a real challenge for everybody.
Yeah, I think the Beast from the East is going to bring it to the best of the West, and we're going to see just a really cross-state rivalry take off.
So we went up there a couple months ago. The two of us and a friend of ours who's a little bit mentally disabled. We took him up.
It was a charity. It was a charity pizza run.
It was kind of a charity pizza run. So we got him out of the home. We took him up there. He doesn't get out much.
He eats a lot of nickels.
Yeah, and that's not a pizza shop or the bakery.
No, he has
Pittsburgh.
He has 5-cent pieces, U.S. Mint 5-cent pieces, jingling around inside him like your grandma's pocketbook.
And we went up there, and it was great. There's a lot of great spots, hidden gems up there too, man. And we just found randomly on the route. It was great.
This is another question from Joshua G. from the Moxon Men's Club newsletter. What's a pizza? And do you have any nickels?
Why don't you take that one?
So that's the friend we were just referring to. You know, he eats a lot of nickels, and because of that, the residue from the metals, the oxides and other such words, alloys, the zincs, the molybdenums, the manganese.
We'll get to the manganese.
They build up in his brain, and he can't really remember anything. It's like you record it. You know, you record your favorite song off Power 92, and you're jamming out to it. And then you put that tape on top of a magnet by accident, and you go back, and there's just no song there. It's just like, and that's kind of the story of Joshua G. But Joshua G, a pizza is it's God's gift to the world. You know, not everyone can take down a fine cougar. Not everyone can handle a glass of God's finest brown. But by God, everyone can enjoy a pizza, unless your religion is against cheese or pork. Well, I guess take the pepperoni off of it at that point.
All right, you got a question, Billy? Okay. He's asking what happened tonight with the hotel. All right, so what happened tonight with the hotel was, you know, look, we're in the middle of nowhere. You know, we don't really know where we're at.
We're in Cadiz.
We're in Cadiz. We've never been here. Clark
Cadiz,
came
nuts.
up, apparently he's from here. Booked a hotel on hotels.com, and we went to the hotel, and it was completely abandoned, and there's nobody around. There was no lights on. So I'm going to have to fight with them about that. But then we got to this place.
That hotel was gone with the wind.
The hotel was going with the wind. So we got here, and we got really lucky with this fake Days Inn, which is now, you know, like wearing like a lucha mask is the Cadiz Inn. But you know what, man? Like there's a problem here too with the water, right? There's a water issue here where it's boiled water only, and there's a lot of manganese in the water, man. And it's, you know, it's like I was telling him, dude, you know, like when the manganese start to come into town, you know, that's when the town's going to go to shit. I didn't even know manganese could even swim at that point, but apparently they're here, and there's a lot of them, and there's a problem. Wow.
Let's go right to the next question here. Gene N., the Beaverdale Hill Climber. I love Red Baron pizza. I built a living tribute to it in my front yard, which I remember. He, you know, had that.
You built a plane?
He built that Red Baron fighter plane.
Okay.
Yeah. Did any of the pizzas today stack up to a Red Baron? And the answer is no, but I'll listen to your opinion.
I'm a firm believer that if you crush a frozen pizza with oregano over and over again, it's very good.
All right, I got one more here, then we'll turn it over to you for a little bit, and then we'll answer these last few, and I think we've got the day covered.
Yeah.
This is JPS from Peppers and Mustache Magazine. What's the difference between a Harley and a Hoover?
It's the size of the dirt bag.
The position.
The position of the dirt bag.
The position of the dirt bag.
I guess size also works.
Size does, yeah. And you know, they both inflate more and more as you fill them with crap. Please, I got a couple more, but if you got some insights here.
Well, you know, I've never been on a Harley, but I've used the Dirt Devil, and it, you know, you can be a scumbag to do either one of them. So you know, it is what it is. I know you've had your hand up the whole time. Go ahead. What's your question?
Even though we said at the beginning of this we weren't going to take questions.
Well, look, there's people been waiting here for a long time. So
I guess.
You know, okay, where are you from? No, that's not. We're not going to do that. Where are you from? We're not, again, it's either Spangler or it's Barnesboro. We're not going to talk about Northern Cambria. It's not a real place. Okay. Now it's a high school. So if you're doing like a senior report and you want to talk about Northern Cambria High School, you know, tracking the pizza wars, we can do it. But you're from Barnesboro. You're from Spangler.
Is he saying Northern Carrolltown?
No, Northern Cambria. No, we're not. Again, like we're not. Like, look, there's lines that are drawn, right? And you got to figure out for yourself what your lines are going to be. Look, I'll call Heinz Field, Acrisure. I'll call the Chiefs, the Tomahawks. If you want me to call them that, I'm not going to call Barnesboro and Spangler, Northern Cambria. I'm not going to say it. It's a fake town. It's a fake town. Okay, you got to figure out where you're from, man. Be proud of where you're from. Okay, there's no Northern Cambria. Again, like if you're gonna, I'm not gonna argue with you. Like if we're gonna sit here and argue back and forth. Like if you're gonna act like that, we're gonna ask you to leave. Like it's not. Can you help here a little bit, please, with her? We're not gonna do this, okay? It's Northern Cambria. And if you want to come back tomorrow night when we do the press conference and you can act like an adult and not have a childish question for us, then we'll try to answer it. But I'm not gonna talk to somebody that claims to be from a town that isn't real.
Well, I think their childishness answers which one of those two they're from, and I think we both know the answer.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I'd hate to be. I'm sorry. I know you've been here and it's being rude and everything, but you know, look, man. There's a point where there's a line you don't cross, man, and I'm never going to say it. Never going to call it Northern Cambria. You know, Obsession Guitars is not in Northern Cambria. Obsession Guitars is in Barnesboro, dude. That's what it is.
All right, we got Chuck S. from the Nightwish Observer. Which shop was the best overall? Floors, tables, counters. What surfaces were your favorite?
My favorite surface is at Knuckleheads, man, because I like to go in there and I like to stomp my foot on the bank floor and feel the strength of what it took to build a bank in the 20s.
You know, I can appreciate that. I certainly can. I personally think my favorite surface was the bar at the Hogshead. Yeah, that was a solid surface.
A lot of Yinzers in there tonight.
Yeah, but did you notice all of the cool accoutrement that they had around the place?
Sure.
You know,
sure.
The pile of pigs having an orgy.
There were a lot of pigs.
There were a lot of pigs.
A lot of pigs laying on top of each other.
Yeah,
in that place.
Yeah,
I think a lot of pigs might have left there tonight laying on top of each other too.
Probably. A lot of flopping and slopping. All right.
It was very meat forward.
Carrie M. Bikini Weekly. Did you feel like Raven and Reaper were with you in spirit on this trip?
Yeah, we listened to a lot of the Grimmets on this trip today. A lot of Steve Grimmett. Turns out my mom was not a big Onslaught fan, which I found out. We were driving back from Salamanca, New York at the Seneca Casino, and my mom was not feeling the Onslaught.
That is mind-blowing.
But I'm gonna have to. I'll try to get her to listen to Little Reaper and see if she's into that or not. But I have a feeling she's probably not gonna be too into that either. But yeah, I mean Raven's great.
Yeah, lean her into a little Raven. Lean her into a little Witch Hunter.
Yeah.
You know. All right. This is the last question that was mailed in here. This is from Paul S. A different Paul S. This is Paul S. from the Kiss Army, and he says, "People, who remember Giselle's Pizza?" And follow up, people, is this the end of the pizza wars for this year, or are we just getting started?
We are just getting started. People, we are just getting started. I'll tell you this right now. If there's somebody out there in TV land that has got a picture of the sign from Giselle's when it was still in Wilmore, the little silhouette, there was a yellow sign with a little black silhouette. You send that to me, I'll think about getting a Giselle's tattoo. So I need you to send me that picture so I have it for accuracy.
I'm gonna see his bet and raise it. You send me the yellow sign with the Giselle silhouette on it, and I will get that tattooed on my back.
I thought you were a stop and go guy. Not so much a Giselle's guy, but a stop and go
No,
guy.
I love both.
Okay.
I love both. I love Giselle's. I love Stop and Go. The reason I like Stop and Go Pizza was because they also had the video game and movie rental shop.
Okay.
And, so I rent a lot of video games. For $4, I could get myself a small pizza, a can of Mountain Dew, and a video game for the night.
Okay.
And so, you know, I have that nostalgia in my heart for Stop.
How did we get so romantic about Portage Pizza there for growing up?
I mean, let's be honest. Portage doesn't have a lot going on for it. You know, not since the 63 men died. 63 men down beneath the ground.
Sure.
The song of the Portage Miners Museum. There hasn't been. I hope it wasn't 64. I hope I didn't just forget a dead guy.
You know what? It's okay.
You know, 60-some people died in a mine accident in Portage, Pennsylvania. 100 years ago, and since then, all that they've really had is the Ku Klux Klan. They've had the Portage Mustangs football team, which sells a lot of Subway subs for fundraisers for the Portage Mustangs football team. They lost their original sheets that was nicotine stained, that had the rainbow swirl birthday cake ice cream, and the deli counter where they would slice fresh meats. They lost all that. They lost that. What does Portage have? They have Staggers. And they had some Primo Pizza.
Dominic's is still there.
Dominic's is still there. Doughboy's Pizza was phenomenal until it got bought by the Maz, and we're not going to get into that. That's a name that shall not be said. Oh, you know what? We got one more question from this Oh, that's Josh S. from the Mox and Men's Club.
Okay, all right,
he's
good.
here in person.
Good.
What's your?
I didn't even know he was in here.
So a pizza is a gift from God that anyone can enjoy. It's meat, it's sauce, it's cheese, it's delicious. We've explained this already. Check your notes.
I feel like we've answered that same question for
Multiple times, yeah.
Oh
so,
boy, that's, yeah.
I mean, I feel really good and confident about this first day. I think this has been a good trip with a few minor hiccups.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got unfortunately, I hate that it's coming out like this, but we had a talk right before the press conference, and I think it's easy to rip the Band-Aid off. We need to fire our travel secretary. She booked us into a hotel that.
We're going to talk. I mean, we're going to reevaluate everything. Okay, we'll say that for right now. We're just going to everything's going to be It's not just her. It's not anything. Everything gets reevaluated.
That's all I got.
Okay. Anything else from anybody? Look, again, we really appreciate everybody being here. I know people have been here for a long time waiting for us to come out of the cave back there and start talking. But we'll see everybody tomorrow night, and hopefully we'll have a winner. We'll name our top 5. We'll name the winner tomorrow night, and it'll be and we'll wrap it up for this year. Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody coming out here.
Thank you.